Hello, my name is Andrew Lancaster, and this is my UX design project for ADT. I'm going to go over the application that I will be modeling. And my application is going to be a way for divers, commercial divers, dive shop owners to find a air compressor that they need for their systems. There's so many different air compressors for filling tanks, breathing air. So many different ways to apply it. You have boats in store, you have silenced ones, you have open ones, you have high pressure, low pressure. There's so many different ones. And what this application will do is help the people inquiring about these filter for their specific needs. The core functionality still allows the user to narrow down and find an air compressor through a search system. The user will be able to add multiple compressors to a compare list, and this will help them, put them narrow down to the few that they're looking at, and then they can put those side by side. Tabular data. They can, in that way, they can make a better decision side by side. And the features will be, obviously, they'll be able to search for air compressors, and the filters will be the optional filters that they can add while they're searching. High or low pressure, got the oxygen type. Some people like the nitrox, which is more oxygen than nitrogen, things like that, and that takes a specific type of compressor system that can do that. And you have PSI ranges, and that's the pressure. Some people want to fill quicker but pay more. Things like that. Different brands. There's brands people like more than others. The application, like as was mentioned before, boat, store, yachts, things like that. In the industry, commercial divers will use different technologies than a recreational diver, things like that. Then be able to view the list of results with thumbnails and important statistical data, and that will basically give them a rundown of what it looks like with the thumbnail, and then have the important information on there, but enough, not too much to make it a consistent list of results. And then, of course, the option to add to a compare list. That way, as I was mentioning before, they can view it side by side. And the ultimate goal would be for them to request a free quote. And this would be a form that would be sent to one of the compressor companies that build them, salesmen from that particular company. Nice to have options will be a zoom option for product photos. This is a very common feature you see on Amazon and many other e-commerce sites where you mouse over and it zooms, or you click on it and it opens in a light box. It's just to kind of give them a clear idea of what it looks like instead of just looking at a small thumbnail. The ability to share it by email, they want to share it with so another diver, or someone else is doing research for that diver or that company. You got social networks. You want to be able to share, maybe brag, or maybe get some feedback from people in their network, things like that. And for the advanced user, a lot of them will like to download the more technical data through like a PDF manual or a brochure, and dig a little bit deeper. Consumer ratings. I didn't do a review system because I feel like that wasn't. I didn't feel like that was going to be something. I didn't want to have people have to log in and things like that and review and things like that. So I just did a rating system, like a 5-star, and they can just click it, things like that, and that helps people filter. Primary persona, this is Boris Jameson. He is a freelance commercial diver, travels the world, he welds underwater, he does other things, but that's his primary job. He likes to do his research from his home desktop. When he's traveling, he uses his laptop. Uses mobile as well, but not for things like this. When he's researching, he's at a computer. he's got a big network on his social media, and he likes to talk about all of his dives and events. Through there, he is 36 years old. He's got an associate's degree. Basically spent most of his time diving. It's a very expensive industry to get in, so a lot of these guys don't really go through so much college. They just kind of get into it early, and then they go with it. And he's got a medium to high technical familiarity, and uses it daily. Platforms, as I said, desktop, laptop. His influences. He wants an easily navigable solution for finding products. He likes it to be simple. He doesn't want all these things hanging on the edge and trying to sway him, ads, things like that. The simpler, the better for him, as long as it's going right toward his primary objective. He doesn't want, obviously, if there was not a desktop version of this would be bad. And he wants, as far as pain points, he doesn't want there to be lack of product information. He understands a lot of what these things do, what the advanced things are. So he wants the ability. Obviously, I have the PDF downloads that will help with that. Scenarios. I don't know if I need to go over these, but I don't think so. We'll go on the second persona. This is Bob Stevens. He's a dive store owner. These guys basically have shops where people can come fill their tanks, buy tanks, and all the gear to swim with. And so they have to supply multiple demands. Some people want nitrox, some people want air, some people want it faster than slower. Obviously, he wants to be able to fill multiple tanks at the same time, so he needs a higher pressure system. He's a 65-year-old dive store owner in Florida that provides services, as I mentioned, and he is more of a mobile guy. Doesn't like to sit behind a desktop or even really a laptop. He likes to, even though he's 65, he found the importance of having an iPhone, and he's been able to use it a lot. He uses his iPad if he wants a little bit bigger screen. He's got his bachelor's of science. He's a business guy, and he's been doing this for a while. But what he wants it to be easy to understand. He wants specific filtering options that help him get to where he wants, or maybe help him surf better. He wants obviously a mobile application is going to be very valuable to him, as that's his main source of his main platform. He likes consumer ratings. He likes hearing feedback, because that's what he bases his whole business on, his customer feedback. And that would be very helpful to him. And the pain points are pretty much the opposites of those. Here's my case diagram. So basically, the little man, I probably should have put user on there, but hopefully that will be evident. That is the user. And he navigates or launches the application on a mobile device. Either way, they're connecting to the application, and they enter their search terms. Goes to the server gets results, sends the results. Now you have a page where you have the search results, and you have the ability to filter these results. And then you have, when you select one or multiple, you have the item details, and where you have the ability to zoom the image, look up other images, share it, request a quote. All of these things will be available on that very simple system. Maybe too simple, I don't know. But I feel like I've worked in this industry enough to know that these guys just want to get to where they want to get and then get done, because most of them are extremely busy. They live very busy lives, so the simpler the better. So that's why I went this route, and so that is my application. Hopefully it obviously there will be a lot of work, but I think this is gonna meet the demands pretty well. Thank you.